Have you ever paused to consider if the seemingly innocent fruits we enjoy could be silently undermining our health, especially as we navigate our golden years? While childhood tales extol the virtues of fruits as nature's sweet bounty, brimming with essential vitamins and antioxidants, a crucial truth often remains unspoken. Not all fruits are created equal, particularly for those of us over the age of 60, as our bodies undergo natural changes, with metabolism slowing, digestive systems becoming more delicate, and blood sugar regulation growing more precarious. Certain fruits, despite their health benefits for younger individuals, can unexpectedly pose risks to seniors. These dangers can manifest as high sugar content exacerbating blood sugar issues, potential for risky interactions with vital medications, or even hidden acidity that can aggravate existing conditions. However, the narrative doesn't end with caution. Nature also provides us with an array of remarkable fruits that actively support our well-being, bolstering heart health, combating inflammation, safeguarding memory, and even contributing to stronger bones. Today, drawing upon years of observing these age changes, I aim to illuminate both the 4 fruits that seniors should exercise extreme caution with, and the 4 essential fruits that should be embraced as allies in maintaining vibrant health. Our bodies, having served us so faithfully, deserve nothing less than informed choices that prioritize our continued vitality. And so, let's delve directly into this vital information, empowering ourselves to make dietary decisions that truly serve our long-term health and well-being. Before we embark on this exploration of senior-specific fruit consumption, a quick note to ensure you don't miss out on future insights tailored for your health journey. If you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button and activate the notification bell. This way, you'll be promptly alerted to new videos packed with valuable health tips designed specifically for you. Your engagement is important, so if you find the information shared in this video helpful and resonating, please take a moment to type the number 1 in the comments section below. Conversely, if you feel the content could be improved, or if there are specific topics you'd like to see covered in the future, please share your feedback by typing 0. Your honest input is invaluable in helping me create content that best serves your needs and interests. Now, with these important housekeeping items addressed, let's proceed to uncover the 4 fruits that seniors should approach with caution, beginning with one that, despite its bright and seemingly healthy facade, can pose a significant risk, particularly for those managing their health with prescription medications. 1. Grapefruit. The first fruit that warrants careful consideration for seniors is the seemingly innocuous grapefruit, which can act as a silent saboteur, especially for individuals on various medications. While its vibrant color, refreshing tartness, and reputation for promoting heart health have cemented its place on many breakfast tables, for older adults, particularly those over 60, this fruit harbors a concealed and often underestimated danger. Beneath its juicy exterior lies a complex biochemical interaction that can quietly interfere with the very medications designed to keep your heart functioning optimally, your blood pressure stable, and your anxiety at bay. Grapefruit contains specific compounds that have the ability to block a critical liver enzyme known as CYP3A4. This enzyme plays a vital role in metabolizing and breaking down a significant number of the most commonly prescribed drugs used by seniors. Consequently, when this crucial enzyme is inhibited by grapefruit consumption, the medications you take can accumulate to dangerously high levels in your bloodstream, akin to a dammed river with no outlet. The potential repercussions of this interaction can be severe and far-reaching, ranging from debilitating muscle breakdown caused by statins to life-threatening irregularities in heart rhythm, excessive bleeding from blood thinners, or a drastic intensification of the sedative effects of anti-anxiety medications. For seniors who rely on their daily prescriptions for their very survival, this seemingly wholesome fruit can insidiously transform into a silent threat. Tragically, many seniors remain unaware of this potential interaction, often consuming grapefruit in the morning and taking their medications shortly thereafter, never connecting the dots until they find themselves in a critical health situation. For some, the realization comes too late. This underscores the critical importance of understanding not just the perceived health benefits of foods, but also their potential interactions with our individual health profiles, especially as we age. This isn't intended to instill fear, but rather to promote informed decision-making rooted in experience and knowledge. Grapefruit is not inherently harmful, but for a significant portion of the senior population managing their health with medications, a group that includes over 70% of Americans over 65, the potential risks simply outweigh any perceived benefits. Fortunately, there are numerous safer and equally nutritious fruits to enjoy without inadvertently jeopardizing your heart, liver, or overall well-being. 2. Cherries. If the bright and cheerful grapefruit can conceal such potential dangers, it naturally begs the question, what other seemingly safe fruits might also be quietly working against our health as we age? Let's turn our attention to another fruit, one that is small, sweet, and surprisingly problematic when consumed in excess. If you are finding these insights valuable and are continuing to follow along, please do leave a comment with the number 1 to signal your engagement. Now, let's move on to the second fruit that seniors should consume with caution: cherries. These diminutive fruits, often associated with sweetness and summertime enjoyment, can present unexpected challenges, particularly for those managing arthritis or diabetes. Cherries, with their small size, delightful sweetness, and seemingly innocent nature, evoke pleasant memories for many, from fresh pies cooling on windowsills to bowls of cherries at summer picnics. However, as we age, what once felt like a simple, guilt-free treat can now subtly undermine our health. The issue lies primarily in the fact that cherries, especially when consumed in large quantities or in concentrated forms such as juices, dried fruits, and syrups, possess a surprisingly high natural sugar content. Just 1 cup of sweet cherries can contain nearly 20 grams of sugar, while younger bodies with faster metabolisms and more stable insulin responses might handle this sugar load without significant issue. For seniors living with type 2 diabetes, pre-diabetes, or even undiagnosed insulin resistance, this influx of sugar can hit the bloodstream like a tidal wave, causing rapid spikes in blood glucose levels. Over time, these repeated spikes can contribute to organ damage and leave us feeling fatigued, mentally foggy, and generally more vulnerable. Furthermore, the potential dangers of cherries for seniors don't stop at their sugar content. Cherries are inherently acidic, and for older adults grappling with inflammation, arthritis, or persistent joint pain, this acidity can exacerbate their existing symptoms. While fresh cherries do contain antioxidants, their excessive consumption, particularly in processed forms, can lead to a situation where the acidic and sugary components outweigh any anti-inflammatory benefit. What you might hope would provide soothing relief could instead aggravate the very pain you are trying to alleviate. The consequence of this overindulgence can be a silent, creeping form of damage. You might not feel the immediate effects, but the sudden flare-up in your knee that disrupts your morning walk, the unexpected spike in your blood sugar that leaves you feeling dizzy and unwell, or the sleepless nights caused by increased swelling in your joints, these can all be interconnected, potentially triggered by that seemingly harmless bowl of cherries, consumed with good intentions. 3. Bananas. The third fruit that seniors should be particularly mindful of is the banana, primarily due to its high potassium content, which, in excess, can be detrimental to health. Throughout most of our lives, bananas have been lauded as a quintessential health food. Simple, convenient, and packed with potassium. We've been told they can alleviate muscle cramps, provide a quick energy boost, and are beneficial for heart health. While these attributes may hold true for younger individuals with robust physiological functions, as we age, our body's ability to process nutrients efficiently often changes. Consequently, an overconsumption of even something as seemingly beneficial as potassium can quietly morph into a health threat. Bananas are indeed a rich source of potassium. However, for seniors, especially those with pre-existing conditions such as weakened kidneys or heart issues, or those who are prescribed certain blood pressure medications like ACE inhibitors or potassium-sparing diuretics, this high potassium content can lead to a dangerous buildup in the bloodstream. Our kidneys, once highly efficient filters, may begin to function less optimally with age. This means that the extra potassium consumed may not be effectively eliminated from the body as it should. Instead, it can accumulate in the system, gradually increasing its concentration in the bloodstream and potentially disrupting the heart's natural electrical rhythm, impairing muscle contraction, and even affecting cognitive clarity. This condition, known as hyperkalemia, often doesn't make headline news, yet it is responsible for sending thousands of seniors to emergency rooms each year. Surprisingly, just consuming one too many bananas over the course of a week can sometimes be enough to trigger this dangerous imbalance. Symptoms might include a fluttering sensation in the heart, unexplained weakness in the legs, or a general feeling that something is just off. However, by the time these symptoms manifest, the underlying potassium imbalance may have already progressed significantly. The irony is that a fruit intended to nourish us can, in this scenario, inadvertently risk our balance, our energy levels, and even the very rhythm of our heartbeat. For most seniors, the banana remains an unsuspected culprit, often perceived as too simple and too wholesome to pose a threat. However, simplicity can be deceptive, particularly when our body's internal regulatory systems become more fragile than outward appearances might suggest. 4. Dried fruits. The fourth and final fruit category that seniors should approach with significant caution is dried fruits, which can be considered hidden sugar bombs. Neatly packaged in small snack bags, they often present themselves as a convenient and even nutritious option. Raisins, dates, dried apricots, cranberries. These are commonly found in trail mixes, sprinkled over oatmeal, or even offered as a healthy alternative in waiting rooms. However, for seniors, dried fruits frequently conceal a less wholesome truth beneath their shriveled exterior. They are often concentrated sources of sugar masquerading as wellness. What many fail to realize is that the process of drying fruit, while removing water content, leaves the natural sugars behind, now condensed into a much smaller volume. A seemingly innocent handful of raisins, for instance, can be the equivalent of consuming a large bunch of grapes, but without the accompanying fiber, hydration, and with a significantly higher concentration of sugar. Furthermore, the majority of dried fruits available on store shelves are often coated in added sugars or preserved with sulfites, which can exacerbate conditions like asthma, migraines, and even contribute to inflammation in the gut. For those of us in our senior years, particularly those managing type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, or increased digestive sensitivities, these seemingly innocuous snacks can wreak silent havoc on our systems. They can lead to rapid spikes in blood sugar levels, cause significant gut discomfort, and, perhaps most insidiously, offer a deceptive sense of making a healthy choice. You might believe you're opting for a nutritious snack, while your body quietly pays the price in terms of increased glucose levels that strain your cardiovascular system, indigestion that disrupts your sleep patterns, and the inevitable energy crash that follows a significant sugar surge. While dried fruit might appear to be a convenient and wholesome option, for many older adults, it can become an invisible thief, gradually stealing comfort, metabolic balance, and overall well-being over time. It is crucial for us to learn to question not just what tastes sweet, but also what has been processed and packaged to appear healthy, yet may be doing us more harm than good. Just as some fruits can mislead us in their dried form, or must-eat fruits that can save your health after 60. Let's now turn our attention to the brighter side of the fruit spectrum, beginning with a small, unassuming blue gem that holds significant power for preserving one of our most precious assets, memory. These are the 4 must-eat fruits that can profoundly benefit your health after the age of 60. Starting with blueberries, true protectors of our cognitive function. There's a quiet magic inherent in a blueberry, small, humble, and often overlooked in favor of more visually striking fruits. It rarely demands attention. However, within each tiny berry lies a potent gift from nature, particularly valuable for those of us embracing the later chapters of life. At a time when memory may begin to suddenly fade and mental clarity can sometimes feel like sand slipping through our fingers, blueberries offer a beacon of hope, providing not just comfort but genuine protection. Scientific research has increasingly validated what many have intuitively felt. The food we consume profoundly shapes how we think, how we remember, and even how we feel. Among all the fruits meticulously studied for their impact on brain health, blueberries consistently rise to the top. They are exceptionally rich in anthocyanins, the very pigments that lend them their deep blue hue. These powerful compounds don't merely provide color, they act as guardians, capable of crossing the blood-brain barrier to actively reduce inflammation, enhance communication between brain cells, and provide a robust shield against the oxidative stress that gradually erodes memory and cognitive function. Regular consumption of blueberries has been linked to a slower rate of cognitive decline, improved decision-making abilities, and even a reduced risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. For seniors, these are not minor benefits. They represent vital lifelines. They translate to more cherished moments of recalling loved ones' names, greater clarity during quiet mornings, and enhanced independence in our daily lives when it matters most. But the remarkable benefits of blueberries extend beyond brain health. They also contribute to the regulation of blood pressure, support overall heart health, and are notably low in sugar, making them an ideal choice for individuals managing diabetes and those with cardiovascular concerns. Incorporating a simple half cup of blueberries into your daily routine, whether added to yogurt, oatmeal, or enjoyed on their own, can yield tangible, positive results. 2. Apples. Building upon the brain-boosting benefits of blueberries, let's now explore another familiar fruit, the apple, a true heart-healthy fiber hero. There's an inherent wisdom in the age-old saying, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away." While it might sound simplistic, even somewhat old-fashioned in our modern world, this humble fruit carries profound truths that are more relevant than ever for those of us over the age of 60. At a stage in life where our hearts often require more diligent care, our digestive systems can become more sensitive, and our bodies naturally seek greater balance, the apple offers powerful protective qualities in its most ordinary form. Apples are a rich source of soluble fiber, particularly pectin, a specific type of fiber that has the remarkable ability to bind to cholesterol within our digestive system, effectively aiding in its removal before it can enter the bloodstream. For seniors, this translates to a tangible benefit. Apples can actively contribute to reducing levels of harmful LDL cholesterol, thereby lowering the risk of serious cardiovascular events such as heart attacks and strokes, often without the need for additional medications. Furthermore, apples are naturally low in both calories and sugar, making them a safe and sustaining snack option that supports healthy blood sugar control and and effective weight management, both crucial factors for maintaining heart and joint health in our later years. However, the benefits of apples extend beyond just protecting the heart. Their significant fiber content also plays a vital role in supporting a healthy digestive tract, aiding in the reduction of constipation, a common and often frustrating issue that can arise as we age. Additionally, the antioxidants found in the apple's skin, such as quercetin and flavonoids, provide valuable anti-inflammatory effects that contribute to overall wellness, even showing promise in helping to reduce the risk of certain cancers and neurodegenerative diseases. Perhaps just as importantly, apples are deeply ingrained in our collective memory and experience. They evoke comforting memories of autumn harvests, the aroma of homemade pies, and the simple pleasure of a crisp bite on a cool day. There is a sense of comfort and familiarity in this fruit, providing nourishment that is both physical and emotional. This readily accessible fruit can quietly but profoundly shape our health in positive ways. 3. Avocados. Continuing our exploration of essential fruits for seniors, let's now focus on the avocado, a powerhouse of healthy fats that profoundly nourishes the body. Among the diverse array of fruits, the avocado stands out as unique. It doesn't boast an intense sweetness, nor does it come in vibrant, eye-catching colors. It's not the kind of fruit you'd typically find piled high in a fruit bowl. However, for those of us in our 60s and beyond, the avocado transcends mere food. It serves as vital fuel for longevity, mental clarity, and physical strength. Rich in monounsaturated fats, avocados provide the very type of fat that our aging bodies need. These aren't the fats that clog arteries. Instead, they actively contribute to protecting our heart health, nourishing our brain function,